So let's talk about it. My hair is drastically different, and I am pretty obsessed with it. Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today, well, before I get into the video, let's talk about the obvious, the fact that I have drastically different hair than the last time you guys saw me. So, I need to give a shout out to my awesome, fabulous sister. She spent probably 5 to 6 hours trying to get my hair to the right blonde color, and she had to like tone it and re-dye it and then put the brown back in, and I don't even know half the stuff that she did, but she's a hair magician and she's fabulous, and I'm pretty obsessed with it. I'm just obsessed with my hair. So if you guys live in like the Northern Virginia area, she has a salon in that area. So if you are in that area, I really, really, really highly suggest you go see her. Clearly, she knows what she's doing and she does it pretty freaking well. So love you, Mal. Thank you again. Just had to give a little shout out to her. So she just did like a cut. She probably cut, I don't know what, like 4 or 5 inches. I think my hair was like almost down to here. And then she just bleached it and did a whole bunch of stuff. So if you want to know like the steps that she did, if like this is something you're interested in doing to your hair, I can definitely get those steps from her and let you guys know. But anyways, on to today's video. So, I am bringing you a makeup tutorial on this look that I have going on today. I'm not really sure what I'm calling it. Initially, I kind of felt like it was going to be like my fresh spring sort of makeup tutorial. And then as I started putting makeup on, I really just kind of started layering it on, which this isn't necessarily like an everyday look for me for spring, but if I want to be a little vamped up without going too over the top, this is definitely the look that I have been going for recently. It's super easy, super quick. There's no liner or anything to it. It's really just layering a bunch of gorgeous shadows. So the big contender here today is that fabulous warm neutral palette that I spoke about in my favorites video from MAC. So I use literally this entire palette to do almost my whole face because I really wanted to show you guys how you can take something like this, a palette, you know, it's $85 and it has a bit of a price point on it, but it's something that can serve so many different purposes. So I kind of wanted to show you guys how I use this for my blush, my highlight, my eyeshadow, all that kind of stuff. So you guys will get to see this palette in full force in this tutorial. I think this is just a look that you could wear for a night out, for a date, or even, I know prom season's coming up, so I want to get a couple prom tutorials up, but this is definitely something, I mean, that you could even do for prom if you want a little bit more of a natural, softer, but, you know, put together sort of look for prom. This is definitely a look that would suit any sort of skin tone, so I think everybody would be able to pull off this look. Definitely has quite a bit of shimmer on the eye, which I love coming into spring and summer. I really love that sort of wash of shimmer all over the eyes. So definitely on trend for this summer. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. And let me know if you like this tutorial. Give it a thumbs, one of these guys, you know, that little thing down there that you can push that looks like this. I would greatly appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe if you like what you see. It would mean the world to me. I love you guys. Don't ever forget it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Alright y'all, so let's get started. First things first is I'm going to just clip back this hair so it is not in my way. Then I'm pretty much going to douse my skin in a little bit of Fix Plus to give me just that extra boost of hydration before I go in with my makeup. Then I'm going in with MAC's Prep and Prime Natural Radiance Primer. You guys know I love this primer because it hydrates my skin as well as controls oil because I do have a bit of combo skin. Then going in with my tried and true MAC's Face and Body on a damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to blend that into the skin. Make sure you guys use your beauty blender damp. It should not be dry. I'm getting my mom into using a beauty blender, and she definitely tried to use it dry, so it is nowhere near as good if you try and use it dry. So just make sure you run it under a faucet a couple times and wring it out before you use it, and you will pretty much fall in love. Next, I'm going to go in and start on my brows with my Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil, sort of just starting at the bottom, outlining it, and I kind of just go from brow to brow, step by step. So I didn't record this whole thing because you guys know I have a brow tutorial and I just didn't want to take up too much time. So yeah, this is pretty much me just working on penciling them in, and then they are done while I drink my breakfast. So they're a little harsh just because I'm still matching my old hair color, but I kind of like the contrast. So let me guys know what you think about the contrasting brows, if it's too much or if I should change them up a little bit. Then priming my eyes with the normal regimen of Too Faced Shadow Insurance and Max Painterly Paintpot. You guys know that I love this combo to prime my eyes. Alright guys, now we're going to bust into this awesome palette. The first color we're going in with is Saddle. Saddle is a beautiful, rich, warm brown shade. Not normally a shade I would choose for my transition color, but I wanted to really stick to this palette, and it's just a beautiful matte brown. So what I'm doing is I'm just lightly tapping my brush into the color, and I'm just going to slowly build up that beautiful, warm transition shade. If you go in with Saddle with a little too much on your brush, it's going to be way too harsh and it's not really going to provide you with a really nice soft transition shade. So I'm just going to go back and forth and really work on building that to the right shade. Alright, next we are going to work on our lid shade. So I am mixing Honey Lust and Butter Fudge. So I'm mixing the two of those and taking my 242 brush. I'm just going to start packing that onto my lid. So I just want to get a nice layer down of this color. As you can see, it's still very natural, very soft. But I just want to get a nice layer down, and then we're going to spray our brush with a little bit of Fix Plus and those same two colors in order to intensify that beautiful shimmer that both of these shadows have. And as you can see, that really just intensifies the shadow look, makes it a little bit more glamorous. Now we're going to work on deepening up the eye look. I'm going to go in with Dark Brew, which is this beautiful dark sort of maroon color with just a hint of shimmer in it. And I'm going to take that on an E25 brush from Sigma. And I'm just going to sort of work that into like the outer crease, outer V area. And then I'm going to work on blending it in towards the inner corner of the eye, just with some of the excess product that's already on the eye. I'm not really going to deposit any product towards the inner corner. I'm just going to take what's on the outer corner and blend it in. Alright, now we're going to go back to perfecting our face makeup, going in with my Prolongwear Concealer in NW20 in those sort of upside down triangle formations, and then taking the other end, that sort of pointed end of the Beauty Blender, and I'm just going to work on blending that out. So first I blend out the concealer with that pointed end, and then I actually flip it over to the end that I used for my foundation to help sort of blend it out so there's not really too much of a like stark difference between my under eye concealer and my foundation. Then going in to set that under eye concealer with my Ambient lighting powder from Hourglass. As you can see, I hit pan, which is crazy. Just means that I love this stuff. So setting that and then going in with my MAC Studio Fix powder on a 109 brush, and I'm just sort of tapping that onto those places where I tend to get just a bit oily and I want a little bit more coverage. So now we're going to go on to contouring and bronzing our face. Going in with my Anastasia contour kit in the color Fawn and using my NARS ITA brush, however you want to say it, and just sort of doing like a nice light contour. When it comes to spring and summer, I'm really all about that like sort of no makeup sort of look on the face. Very nice and light and soft and natural. Then going in with my medium deep powder, Mineralize powder from MAC on my 129 brush, and I'm just taking that and warming up my skin a little bit more. Then we go back to the palette, and I am going to go for the color Ginger Snap. This is a beautiful sort of mauve-y colored eyeshadow. It's a little bit like my favorite blush from MAC Margin, just a little bit of a deeper, I want to say like pinkish reddish color. It's absolutely stunning on the cheeks. It looks absolutely beautiful. And back to the palette, I'm going to go in with the color Hay to highlight. This is a stunning highlight. Like, when I used this as a highlight, I was completely shocked. As you can see right there, I'm pretty excited about it. This is actually a great dupe for the highlighter from Hourglass that I use in Luminous Light. That highlighter, I mean, I think it costs like $50 for that highlighter. It's so expensive, but it gives such a natural highlight. This is such a fabulous dupe for that. And then I'm just going to take a large stippling brush, blend all that together so we have no harsh lines, and then I definitely cut myself out of this, but I'm just taking that darker color, Dark Brew, and I just, on a flat definer brush, I just sort of put it on the outer corner of my eye, and then as you can see here, I'm just taking my pencil brush with a little bit of that saddle color that we used in our transition, and I'm just working on blending out that dark brew color I put on the outer corner and just really smoking up the eye. And then I forgot to show you, but I'm just taking the color Vanilla Extract from the palette. I am putting that under my brow to highlight, and then I'm just going to sort of put it in my inner tear duct there to really just brighten up the eye. We're moving on to mascara. So first I am curling my lashes, and then again I was completely out of frame putting on my mascara, but in the meantime I poked myself in the eye with my mascara wand and it killed. So yeah, you know my usual mascara routine. Then I'm going in with NYX liner in the color Peekaboo, and then I'm going in with my Milani lipstick in Nude Creme, followed up by my Gerard Cosmetics lip gloss that I talked about in my favorites video in the color Nude. Just wanted a nice, soft, sort of pinky nude lip with this look. And that does it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this sort of like everyday glam makeup tutorial. If you recreate it, please let me see it. I would love to see it if you guys use it on a date night or prom, girls' night out, whatever it might be. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
Okay, no lipstick on the teeth. We're good. Oh, my nose is running. This is so cute. Oh, that's even cuter.
I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me run the same course. I'm slipping down a chain reaction, and here I go, here I go, here I go, go. And once again I'm yours in fractions. She said, shut up, baby, dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, ooh, shut up, baby, dance with me. We are victims of the night. Oh, don't you dare look back. Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my